What is happening, YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a green emerald cut crease. So right now what I'm going to go ahead and do is fill in my brows. I'm going to take my Benefit Goof Proof pencil and it's in the shade number 3. I'm going to go ahead and fill in my brows, and now I'm going to go ahead and prime my face with my Becca primer, my Safe Haven, and then my Smashbox Radiance primer. I've been a little bit dry lately, so this primer has really helped me. And then, you know, just my usual Becca primer that I love and honestly put on a holy grail. Alright guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my Tarte Shape Tape and I'm going to go ahead and put a base on my eyelids just to go ahead and prime my lids. And after I go ahead and put the concealer, I'm going to go ahead and take my Cover FX translucent powder and I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my Urban Decay eye primer and just put it right on top. Right, so the first palette I'm going to use today, mainly for my transition shades, is going to be my Modern Renaissance palette. I'm just going to use my switching palette because I was kind of messing with my eyeshadows before I started filming. So I'm going to go ahead and take Burnt Orange and just apply that in my... Now taking Cypress Umber, I'm going to go ahead and apply that in my outer corner. And I'm just blending that out. So what I did was I took that, so then when my black shadow comes on top, it intensifies it and I still get that black shadow, but I'm not sitting there blending for like 10 minutes because once you put black eyeshadow on the eyelids, it's very hard to like go back from that. So that helped me a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and reach for my Basquiat palette. Mistakes do happen. As you can see, I rubbed my whole finger across the blue eyeshadow. But I go ahead into this palette and take the color Less. And I'm going to go ahead and just apply that in my inner corner, or my outer corner. And I'm going to go ahead and just blend it out. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take my Tarte Shape Tape and a flat-ended brush. This is when the fear started to set in. I was thinking like, this is not going to work, I'm going to mess it up, but I thought positive and I went ahead and nailed it. What I did was just take it and kind of create the crease that I wanted, and I went back and forth between eyes just to make sure that they were even. It took me a good 5 to 10 minutes because I was really precise on what I wanted my crease to look like. Alright, so when that was set and done, I went ahead and quickly grabbed my single eyeshadow from my Z palette from MAC, and I used a single eyeshadow called Humid. I just kind of messily put it on my eyelid for the time being, just because, as you can see on my left eye, some of the concealer got on top of my lid, so I was trying to hurry up to set it so it won't crease too much. And then I went ahead and got a flat brush and went into detail and took my time to set the concealer, but also make my shadow sit on there. And for the most part, I'm surprised this MAC shadow really did nail it the first time, because I used another single MAC shadow and it did not work for me, but this one did. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and go back to my Basquiat palette and pick up Less, just to go ahead and smoke out my outer corner and get rid of those rough edges. As you can see, my crease got a little bit bigger. I just went back and forth and applied a little more concealer and applied a little bit more shadow. Practice makes perfect, and for the most part I was very happy with how my crease came out. Right, so now this is a preference. You can go ahead and take some Shape Tape and just cut off that area just so it can look nice and strong, and that's my preference. But if you guys like it the way it looks, you can do that as well. Right, and now I'm going to go ahead and take my Kat Von D liner in Mad Max Brown and just go ahead and do a wing. You guys, I was having trouble with my left eye. It was bothering me the whole time I was filming, but eventually I figured out what to do and I fixed my eye. Right, so after I wiped my face off a little bit and I reapplied some of my primer, I went ahead and took my skin tint from Philosophy as my foundation for the day, and I went ahead and took my Cover FX drops as well, and just apply a few drops just to give me that dewy look that I like to go for. I got a sample of it and I really liked it, so I might actually go get it in full size to use. Alright, and now just taking my Real Technique sponge, I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. As you can see, I'm a lot tanner, so it looks a little funny because I exfoliate a lot on my face, so my face isn't as tan as my body is, but it works out. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my Tarte Shape Tape and conceal. As you can see, it's a little bit too light, but I made it work, and I always mix it in and apply a little bit of foundation on the areas that cut off funny and kind of blend it together, and it works out. Alright, and now I'm going to go ahead and take my Cover FX translucent powder and setting my eyes just to make sure everything is set, and then just take it and apply around my face. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my Boxing bronzer. I really like this bronzer. It's kind of up there with NARS. I do like how warm it makes my face look. I went ahead and just applied that on the areas that I usually bronze up, which is my cheekbones, my forehead, my jawline, and my nose. And my nose I did last, so you'll see that towards the end of the video, because then I remembered, I'm like, oh snap, I have to do my nose. But yeah, I like this bronzer a lot. It brings a lot of warmth back to my face, because my foundation makes me look real flat. I'm gonna go ahead and just wipe off all my bake and take my Anastasia Trio in Peachy Love. I'm just gonna take a little pink shade and apply it on my apples of my cheeks. There we go. And I went ahead and took my bronzing brush just to diffuse it, because I kept looking at it and I looked like Shirley Temple, so I did not want that. I just took my bronzing brush and kind of mixed my bronzer and my blush together. Right, now I'm going to go ahead back to my Modern Renaissance palette and take Cypress Umber, and then also my Basquiat palette, take Less. I'm going to mix those together to create a very nice smoked out waterline, and then I take a very fluffy brush and diffuse it to make it a little bit more hazier. So now I'm going to go ahead back to my Z palette, and I'm going to go ahead and take Amber Lights and put it in my inner corner. I honestly kind of winged this part because I didn't want to put opal there, and I just grabbed Amber Lights and it looked okay to me, so it worked out. Right, and now I'm going to go ahead and take my Becca Opal, and I'm just going to put it on my brow bone. And when I put it on my brow bone, the highlight was too real for me. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit sick, that's why I sound a little weird, but I went ahead and took my Better Than Sex mascara and applied it like I usually do. Alright, and now I'm just going back to my Boxing bronzer just to go ahead and add some shape to my nose. And we're back at it again with Opal. So I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my nose, the tip of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. And then I'm going to go ahead and take it and put it on my cheekbones. Honestly, this is my favorite highlight. But I mean, I have other ones, but this one's my favorite. Alright, so now I'm just doing the most. I'm kind of like applying more if I need it, but I'm mainly just blending it out just to make it look nice and soft. Alright, so now I'm just taking my Palladio lip liner in coffee and just lining my lips. And then I'm just going to go ahead and take my Nighthawk lipstick from Urban Decay and just apply it all over. I was thinking that the Nighthawk was a good shade, but it was a little too dark, so it would take away from my eyes. So later on, I went ahead and I changed it with Urban Decay's 1993, and that looked a lot better. So I would suggest a very light nude, not a dark brown. Now spraying to the heavens with my Too Faced Hangover Primer like I usually do. Alright guys, so this is the finished look. As you can see, it is a nice cut crease. It kind of fades off instead of going all the way. It fades off at the end. I used a lot of single shadows. Well, actually I used these two, not these two here. But those were the two new items that I had there, and I am so happy how it came out. I hope you guys liked the video. Like and subscribe, leave some comments down below, let me know what you guys think. I am thinking about doing a food challenge next video. I'm trying to set it up, and then I'll let you guys know my snap is in my description box below. All of my social media is down there below, so if you guys ever want to know when I'm posting or when I'm filming, I should put it on my social media. But thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.